Good morning, good morning, good morning. How y'all doing this morning? How y'all doing this morning? How y'all doing this morning? Let me put this in here. Oh man, how y'all doing? How y'all doing this morning? I'm gonna give you guys time to go ahead and pull up to the live, man. How y'all doing? Get my little together over here. How y'all doing this morning, man? Hope everybody enjoyed their weekend. Hope you guys enjoyed y'all weekend. How y'all doing this morning? Check in as I pull up my notes. Let's go, man. Check in, man. I know I'm a little bit early this morning. I know, man. I'm a little bit early this morning, but it is okay. All right, it is okay. I went ahead, listen, because I was early too. I went ahead and made a post on Facebook to say, hey, look, I'm going live on TikTok right now. Good morning, good afternoon, all that good stuff to everybody, depending on what city or what state or time zone that you're in. I just want to say good morning, good afternoon to whomever. And not only that, I want you guys to tell me good morning, and then also let me know where you're viewing me from so I can shout out some of you guys' areas. How y'all doing this morning? What's up, North Carolina? I see Florida. I see Raleigh, Durham is here this morning. South Carolina, how y'all doing? Man, listen, what's going on with y'all? Nashville, Tennessee, Long Island, New York, I see you guys. Connecticut, okay, I see y'all. What's up, Devon Time? I see you. What's up, Alabama? Oklahoma, New Jersey, Alaska, Dubai is here as well. Arizona, more of good. Okay, there we go, man. I see the Barbados is here. Colorado, what up, Shaquan? How you doing? California, Oklahoma is here. Gainesville is here. Greensboro is here. Oregon is here. Okay, man. Pennsylvania is here. Pittsburgh, PA. I see y'all this morning. Boston, how y'all doing? More Tennessee checking in. How y'all doing this morning, man? One of the things that I wanted to tell y'all this morning is I don't know who this is for and whatnot, and I'm not live on Instagram this morning. I'm only live on TikTok. I'll do Instagram on tomorrow. But one of the things that I wanted to point out and I wanted to say to you guys this morning is, oh baby, it's gonna be okay. Yeah, you know what I mean? If you a note taker, you could just write that down, because I know that sometimes you have to remind yourself that throughout your day. Sometimes you just gotta step away, and you have to remind yourself that, you know what, oh baby, this gonna be okay, right? You have to develop that type of mentality that even when things are not looking the way that you want them to look, and that outcome may not be the way that you want it to be in that moment, you gotta look over your life and your situations and just let it be known, oh baby, this is going to be okay. When you get to that point where you're able to make that conscious decision to let yourself know that it's going to be okay, in that moment you're letting every negative energy that's surrounding you, you're letting them know as well, baby, oh, it's gonna be okay. I have that mentality now. I'm going to be good either way. If we're together, I'm good. If we're not, I'm good. If this job works out, I'm good. If it doesn't work out, I'm good. If this church family works out, then I'm good. And if it doesn't, I'm good. Because of what? Because you always have that divine right to do what? Make another choice. I'm okay. I'm okay. That's right. Put it in your notes real quick. I'm okay. Oh yeah. It's gonna be some people that's gonna get frustrated. It's gonna be some people that's gonna feel a certain type of way. It's gonna be some people that's gonna be negative no matter what. It's gonna be some people that's gonna be judgmental no matter what. It's gonna be some people that's gonna be looking for, okay, it's gonna be some folk that ain't gonna be able to, you know what I'm saying, they're not gonna understand one way or another, and guess what? And that's fine. That's fine. What you are and what you do and what you bring to the table won't always be for everybody, and you have to be okay with that. Just because they're not on board, just because they don't support, just because they feel a certain type of way, does not mean that you lose value. I don't lose value because you're not supporting me. I don't lose value because you're not on board. I don't lose value just because you're not supporting what I got going on in my life. You got to understand that nobody have to stand for you but you. You need to tell yourself, oh baby, it's going to be okay. It's gonna be okay. And when you say it, you gotta mean it too. It's gonna be okay. Because what? Because I'm gonna come out of this. Hello, somebody. That's what you gotta do. Double tap on that screen. Send some love real quick. If you woke up this morning and your heart was heavy and you was trying to figure out what it was that you was gonna do in your life, and you had battled some things throughout this weekend, and you just needed that this morning, you needed somebody to come on and let you know that it was gonna be okay. If you needed somebody to come on and bring that in, do me a favor. Go ahead for the flowers. Y'all double tap on my screen. Send me some love real quick. I was waiting on you this morning. I needed you. Word, double tap on my screen. Send me some love. Send me some love this morning. Thank you so much. Is it Tamara Queen? Thank you so much for the crown. I appreciate you. One of the things that I need for you to understand is that your pain will push you into your purpose. Go ahead and take the note. I need you to jot it down. That's note number 1. We already at 10K on them lights, so that's your first note right there. Your pain will push you into your purpose. You got to understand that if pain don't do nothing else, it'll change you. Hello, somebody. If pain don't do nothing else, it will change you. And it's up to you whether or not it's going to change you for the good or for the bad. Hello, somebody. Your first note of this morning is your pain will push you into your purpose. So what are you saying, coach? I'm saying that when you start going through things in life, when hardship come, when those dark hours come, when you find yourself in that wilderness, when you find yourself laying up late at night and questioning things and trying to figure out how you're going to do this and how you're going to do that, and you had to figure out a way, you had to learn how to bounce back. You had to pray yourself up out of it. You had to fast yourself up out of it. You had to learn how to motivate yourself. You had to learn how to inspire yourself. You had to go over there and pick up those self-help books. When you're doing those things are you basically getting active in your own life. Those things are just you. I'm making a conscious decision in my life right now, baby. I'm picking up these books because I need it. I need the information. I'm learning how to meditate because I need to calm my mind down. These are the things that I needed. Whenever you're doing these things, you're making positive deposits inside of your life. Hello, somebody. That's a note for you right there. That's a red ink pen note. When you're picking up self-help books, when you're listening to ministry, when you're doing these things, all of those things are things that you're doing to make positive deposits inside of your life. And you have to do that every single day. What you do every day, work on myself. What you do every day, show up for myself. What you do every day, make myself a priority. What you do every single day, I learned that I'm my own project, my own responsibility. That's what I do every single day of my life, and I can't afford to skip parts of it. That's right, I gotta read every day. I might not fast every day, but I'm gonna read every day. I'm gonna listen to ministry every day. I'm gonna get up and do my routine. I'm gonna do that every day. Why? Because this right here, practicing good self-care, this is what keeps me in alignment. This right here is what keeps me motivated, keeps me inspired, keeps me moving forward in my life. Hello, somebody. You got to show up for you every single day. And you have to understand that your pain, that pain that you feel, that's going to change you. It's going to change you, and that's just the reality of it all. You know what I'm saying? That's the reality of it all. The pain that you feel is always going to change you, and it's going to change you for good, or it's going to change you for the bad. But all of that is going to be a decision that you're going to have to make. Hello, somebody. Yeah, you can jot that in your notes if you want to right there. That pain is going to change you, and that change is going to be for the good or for the bad. But the truth of the matter is you have a divine right of choice. You get to choose whether you're going to be angry about it, or you get to choose whether you're going to say, yeah, that happen, what's next? You got to understand, from every experience that you go through in life, you should be trying to learn something. You should be picking something up out of it. Everything that you're dealing with in life, I need for you to understand, and I've said this before, but I'm going to say it again. These things are not sent to destroy you. These things are sent to what? To distract you. Put that in your notes real quick. That's right. You're going to experience pain, and it ain't no stopping that. You're going to experience some level of pain in your life, and it's nothing that you're going to be able to do that's going to be able to stop that. Hello, somebody. And you got to decide, there's nothing that you can do to stop that pain. And you have to understand that your pain will push you into your purpose. Your pain will push you into your position. But that's only if you have that type of mindset where you let it be known that, you know what, this right here, oh baby, this ain't sent to destroy me. This is sent to distract me. That's right. Yeah, I wanted to love you. I wanted to support you. I wanted us to build this empire together. I wanted us to be one together. But the truth of the matter is, I've seen the love that you have to offer. I've seen the way that you give. I've seen the way that you show up. I've seen the way that you are, your mannerisms. And the truth of the matter is, I've decided that I don't want to participate in the love that you offer. Hello, somebody. That's what being self-aware is. When you get to a place in your life where you notice that I'm going through certain things and I'm not looking at the pain. I'm not looking at what it is that I'm going through. I'm looking for the lessons that's in it. I'm not allowing this pain to distract me. I'm not allowing this pain to mute me. I'm not allowing this pain to pull me out of position. I'm not allowing this pain to pull me out of service. I'm not going to allow that to happen to me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a conscious decision within myself to understand that pain will push me into purpose. It will push me into position if I got the right mindset. question of the day, where your mindset at? Question of the day is where your mindset at. That's a question that you need to ask yourself. You know what I mean? Because one of the things for sure is this right here. If you focus on the negative, that's what you're going to get. If you over there and you're focusing on that negativity, then that's exactly what you're going to get. If you go into that situation and you're looking at the things that you're going through, those painful things that you're dealing with, one of the things about it is this right here. If you're looking for the negative in it, then that's exactly what you're going to find. You're going to find it every single time. And you can do that with very little effort. Understand that when you're in the middle of your dark hour, when you're in the middle of those situations that you know for a fact that they are coming to destroy you, or thinking that they have that type of power to destroy you, you have a decision to make in that moment. Right then and right there, you have a decision to make. Okay, I can either focus on the pain that I feel, or I can focus on how is it that I got here? What is it that I'm doing that's contributing to this? What is it about me that's attracting these type of folk? What is it about me that's making people think that they can play with me? What is it about me that's making people think that they can walk all over me? What is it about me that make people think that they can talk to me crazy, that they can walk me like a dog, that they can cheat on me and still have access to me, that they can disrespect me and still have access to me, that they can treat me poorly and still have access to me? You got to understand that even in those situations, you still have a decision that you have to make. Come on, man. Double tap on my screen. Send me some love. Yeah. You still got a decision that you got to make even in that moment. You got a decision that you got to make right there in that moment, baby. That's right. You can either give in to that distraction that's sent and go over there and have a pity party, go over there and sit and be depressed and stressed out, or you can look at that situation that you're going through and let it be known, you know what? I'm not going to allow this right here. This right here ain't going to take me out. This right here will not pull me out of position. This right here, I know exactly what it is that you're trying to do. I know exactly what it is that you want from me. I know exactly what's going on, you know what I'm saying? But what I'm not going to do is I'm not about to allow you to come into my life and distract me from what it is that what my goals are, what it is that I'm working towards. Because the moment that you step out of position, guess what? They win. Yeah, come on. Put that in your notes real quick. The moment that you step out of position, they win. The moment that you give them that energy, they win. The moment that you respond to that negative text message, oh, they win. The moment that you pick up that phone and you already know that you about to be arguing for the next 4-5 hours, oh, baby, they win. The moment that you go over there and knock on that door because you're going over there to get that clarity from them, you going to running after that closure that you need from them, oh, baby, I want you to understand that right there in that moment, then guess what? They win. You got to learn how to leave folk right there where you met them at. Point blank, period. I'm gonna leave you right there where I met you at. Why? Because some folk are already committed to making you wrong. They already committed to making you the villain. Some folk have already plotted and planned against you. They already sitting over there studying you. They know exactly what buttons to push to piss you off. They know exactly what to do to pull you out of your good mood, to ruin your good day. Don't think for 1 second that these folks are not aware, because they very much aware. They just want to see if you are. That's right. I know the gifts that you carry. I just want to know, do you got them? Do you know that you have them? Hello, somebody. Let's just be real about it, because that's exactly what happened in life. You got to understand that a lot of times these people know exactly what it is that they're doing. They just hope that you don't know. That's why whenever you start growing in life, evolving in life, that's why as soon as you start elevating and start minding your business and living happy and smiling and doing your own thing, why you think folk get so upset? Friends say, you talking to me? Double tap on the screen, man. Send me some love. I see y'all blessing me up. Send me some love. Let's just be real about it. Why you think they get so mad? Why you think they get so angry? Why you get so mad? They get so mad at you because you ain't doing nothing but minding your own business. You ain't doing nothing but focusing on yourself. You ain't doing nothing but making yourself your own responsibility. So how can that possibly offend folk, coach? Why is it that they mad at me for stepping back and taking care of me? Why is it that you're upset with me because I decided to go back to school? Why are you upset with me because I decided to look for a better job? Why are you upset with me because I decided to leave that broken relationship or that broken marriage, or leave alone those broken friends that I had over there that did not want nothing out of life, that was over there sitting stuck and stagnant, wasn't going nowhere real fast? How is it that you're upset with me because I no longer want to hang out? I no longer want to come around. And the reason why they get so upset with you, when you put space in between you and them, when you start falling back from them and start working on yourself, the reason why they get so upset with you is because they know that once you leave, you're also going to take the benefits of you with you. Hello, somebody. Oh, man, come on, double tap. Drea, good morning, Drea. How you doing? Oh yeah, well, I'm just telling you why they mad at you, friend. You trying to figure out why people so mad at you. And you ain't did them nothing. You trying to figure out why they so upset with you, and you ain't did them nothing. You trying to figure out why is it so much beef, so much animosity? Why you feel like you got to compete with me? Why you in your little fields with me? And I ain't did nothing to you. I done been a real good friend to you, been a real good sister to you, been a real good auntie to you. Why in the world is you upset with me? Folk get mad at you for working on yourself and focusing on your development and focusing on your healing, because they know that once you leave, guess what? You will be taking all of your benefits right out that door with you. Those folks are not concerned about you no longer being in their life. They are not concerned about your broken heart. They are not concerned about your depression. They are not concerned about your sanity. They are not concerned about your peace. The only thing that they're really concerned about is the fact that you will no longer be over there coming through for them. They're concerned with the fact that you will no longer be bending over backwards for them. They're concerned by the fact that you will no longer be providing that shelter, that comfort, that transportation, or those finances from them. Please do not be misled. Understand that the pain that you feel on today, you will not feel always. What you going through right now, sis, oh baby, you ain't gonna go through it always. The crying that you've been doing, you're not gonna cry always. The broken heart that you may have had today, oh baby, you're not gonna have that broken day or broken heart always. You gotta understand that this right here, oh baby, you coming out of this. Hello, somebody. What you talking about today, coach? You coming out of this? Yeah, that's what the notes say, baby. Oh, you gonna come up out of this? Oh, baby, yeah, I understand. Some folk probably thought that you wasn't gonna come out of it. Some folk probably thought that was gonna be the end of you. Some folk thought that if they left your life, then you was not gonna be able to make it. That you was gonna fold on yourself. That if they walked out of your life, that you won't be able to pay your bills, wouldn't be able to keep your head above water. Some folk thought that when they walk out of your life, but that right there ain't one of them, sweetheart. I ain't never been afraid to lose nobody. Hello, somebody. You can put that in red ink pen. Oh, baby, yeah, that's right. I'm not afraid to lose a soul. Understand that. That's part of life, baby. If you wake up and you decide that you don't want to deal with me, goodbye. If you wake up and decide that you are no longer happy here, goodbye. If you wake up and decide that this is no longer a healthy situation for you, don't you feel like you got to hold on to me? Don't you feel like you got to lie to kick it? Don't you feel like you got to do this, that, and the third to settle for me, to tolerate me in any type of way, shape, or form? Because if I don't know how to do nothing else, I know how to get up out of folk life. Understand that detachment, what? Top tier. Hello, somebody. Top tier. I don't need not a soul. I want you to understand that I'm not codependent on nobody. There you go, two-finger swing, and understand, up out of there expeditiously. So the first note that you should have wrote down right now is your pain will push you into position. Hello, somebody. Your pain will push you into position. Why do you say that, coach? I'm just running through the notes real quick for my new people. And the reason why I say that is because once you experience a certain level of pain, what it's going to do is it's going to give you that option. You got a decision to make. It's either you're going to focus on that pain that you feel and sit over there and have a pity party about it. You're going to sit over there and do the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. You're going to sit over there and be a Debbie Downer, a negative Nancy. You're going to sit over there and give energy to that. Or you're going to make a decision to say, oh, yeah, well, that happened. That's all the attention. Yeah, I know it sounds drastic to some people, and they like, coach, wait a minute. Oh yeah, but that's all the energy that I'm giving folk in this season. Oh yeah, well, that happened. What you mean by that? Thank you so much, Miss Kitty. What you mean by that? Because sometimes you have to look at folk and let them know, like, you know what I mean? Do it hurt? Yes, it hurts. Does it bother you? Yes, it bothers you. But at the same time, you got to let folk know, like, you know what I mean? I'm not even surprised. Have you ever been in a situation right now in life where you let folk know, I'm not even surprised by the disrespect that people come with no more. I'm not surprised by the lies. I'm not surprised by the betrayal. I'm not surprised by the disloyal folk, because guess what? Y'all have went out here and y'all have praised that so much. Y'all have went out here and y'all have put that on every single platform, that it was so cute and it was so wonderful just to be dealing with this type of toxic behavior, that I'm not even surprised. It doesn't shock me when people do things that I know for a fact is disrespectful, or that, you know what I'm saying, the lying, the cheating, the manipulation, the using and abusing. It doesn't even shock me when these type of things happen. I get surprised when people are loyal, when they are respectful, when they do show up, when they are consistent, when their words do match their action. If you want to shock me that way. Yeah, because that's rare. That's rare. If y'all know what I'm talking about, send me some love, because that's rare. Let's just be real about it. Friends say, right? I'm trying to tell you. That's right. I mean, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that's just it. I'm not even shocked by it no more. People want you to fall out and be depressed and be stressed out about something that we've been watching happen for years on top of years. They want you to sit back and they want you to be surprised that people carry on this way. And it's kind of like, for us, why we're not even surprised by this behavior no more. We're not even shocked by this behavior no more. We're used to this type of of behavior. This is all that y'all do. If you want to shock us now in 2023, if you want to shock us, if you want to surprise us, if you want to do anything like that, oh baby, you're going to have to show up and let your words match your actions. You're going to have to show up and be consistent. You're going to have to show up and be mentally stable. You're going to have to show up and already have goals set, have things already in line for what it is that you're working towards in life, because that's where the real life come in at. Very few people know exactly who they are, know their value, know what they bring to the table. Very few people are very much aware of this. So you want to shock us, you're going to have to do something like that. Baby, we're not shocked no more. We ain't shocked no more. We ain't shocked. No. I mean, I'm just being honest. She say, Coach, you better say it. We're not shocked by that anymore, because we're very much aware that this has been y'all thinking for a very long time. Right? So now you're in these positions where you experience a certain level of pain, and you have a decision that you got to make in that moment. And that moment is either, am I going to give life to this negativity? Am I going to feed into this negativity? Am I going to go outside of my way trying to prove myself and prove my point? Am I going to go outside of my way to try to make it make sense to people that are already committed to making me the bad guy or making me the villain? Am I going to waste my time, my energy, and my effort when these folk already got their minds made up on me or with me and already have deemed me as being the person that is the problem? Am I going to stop doing what I'm doing, working on myself, to come over there and cater to them and what it is that they feel and what it is that they think about me? Or am I going to pick myself up, dust myself off, and just let it be known that happened? What's next? Friends say that's straight facts. Well, that happened. What's next? Because the truth of the matter is, there's nothing that you can do about it. You can't go back and do anything about it. Even if they apologize, it still ain't going to erase the way that you feel. Even if they come over there and say, I'm sorry 1,000 times, guess what? It's not going to erase the disrespect. It's not going to take it away. You still going to have that same pain. You're not going to be able to remove that from your ears once you hear it. Words are like time, baby, and you can't get that back. So some of the things that these folks say that have broken your spirit, that have broken your heart, that have torn down your self-esteem and your confidence, even if they apologize to you, sweetheart, it's still not going to correct the problem. It's still not going to make it okay. You're still going to be over there looking at them sideways like, wait a minute, even though this is this and this is that, I still can't believe you said that. Still can't believe you moved the way that you moved. I still can't believe you done what you done. But the truth of the matter is, you got to stop expecting other people to live up to your expectations, number one. And then number two, you got to stop expecting you from other folk. Hello, somebody. Yeah. That I want y'all to jot that down. That wasn't in my notes, but put them in there. Hello, somebody. Stop expecting you from other people and stop expecting folk to live up to your expectations. Anytime you do that, you will set yourself up for failure. Every single time. Y'all should be tearing that button up on that phone right now. Double tapping and tearing it up right now. Some of y'all right now, y'all need to go ahead and say ouch and send a gift right now, because that's what the problem that you dealing with right now. Your expectation is that they love you the way that you love them. And that's not happening, but yet and still you still holding on. Say ouch and send a gift. Some of y'all right now dealing with y'all children, and y'all feel like if I keep giving them, keep doing, keep providing, keep going outside of my way, keep apologizing for mistakes that I made back when they were younger, and here they are now, young adults, and still trying to hold me hostage with it. Here I am now, they are grown adults, and they still trying to make me feel bad for doing what I done when I felt like that was the best thing that I could have done in that moment. And now here I am thinking that if I keep giving it to them, keep doing this and keep doing that, then eventually they'll let up. Eventually they'll love me. Eventually they'll see me as mama. Eventually they'll start to respect. But the truth of the matter is this right here. At the end of the day, when folk are committed to making you wrong, when folk are committed to dragging you through the mud, when folk are committed to walking you like a dog, when folk are committed to treating you poorly, then you got to accept the reality of it all. There's nothing that I can say or do that's going to change the way that you feel. All I'm going to say is this right here. That happened. What's next? Yeah. Get pissed off with me all you want. Well, that happened. What's next, baby? Then they'll look at you in your face and tell you that you too nonchalant. Oh, yeah, you so nonchalant. But, baby, you don't even understand. Me caring too much did it to me. Hello, somebody. Say ouch. I know that was for somebody. That's right. They'll look you directly in your face. And some of y'all been going through it this morning, this weekend, last week, and all of that. Oh, yeah, you so nonchalant. You just nonchalant. You don't care. You just so nonchalant. You just move different. You don't care much about about nothing. And the truth of the matter is they don't know what you had to go through to get to that point. They don't know all the wasted love that you have. Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna wait till y'all get on here and show me some love. Thank you, Dessa. Thank you, Stephanie. Cause yeah. I'm in your house though. I'm peeping through your windows right now. I'm all up and down your hallway. Feet kicked up on your coffee table, sweetheart, rattling your pots and your pans. Let's just be real about the situation, baby. Hello, somebody. A lot of y'all experiencing it right now. When I talk about what you talking about, poet? I'm talking about the wasted love. Yeah. How many of you done did that there? Oh, yeah, y'all gonna be real or not? I just want you to understand, yeah, the wasted love. Oh, baby, you don't know the wasted love that I done put out there. The wasted affection that I done put out there. The wasted finances that I done put out there. The wasted time, the wasted energy, the wasted effort that I done put out there. Now you want me to sit over here and continue to talk to you about a situation over and over and over when you done already let me know that you don't care? Well, I never said that I didn't care. You showed me with your actions, baby. We didn't have the same conversation multiple times and there's still no changes. Hello, somebody. You got to stop listening to what folks say and start watching the way that they move. Hello, let's just be real about it. Folk ain't got to always come out with the words. You can look at what they do and look at over there where I done told you that I feel disrespected when you do this. I done told you that I don't like this and I don't like that, but for some reason you continue to do it anyway. For some reason you continue to talk to me like that anyway. Then guess what? That's a clear indication that that individual have no respect for you. That's a clear indication right there that that individual do not value you. And you got to understand that the times of us staying in relationships and friendships and jobships and businesships with folk that do not honor us is over. Yeah, that's over, baby. Yeah, that's over, baby. Yeah, you could cancel Christmas rent now today, baby. That's over. No, put that in red ink pen right there. The days of me being connected to folk that don't honor me is over. Hello, somebody. Ooh, I love how you threw it in the comments. Let's go. I want you to understand. Oh, that baby, that's over with right there. Thank you so much for the teddy bear. Yeah, I want you to understand. Those days are over. Yeah, I know you used to me running after you. Oh, but that ain't happening no more. I know you used to me sitting up all night crying after you, but that ain't happening no more. I know you used to me laying up in my bed with them silent tears rolling down the sides of my face because I don't understand what it is that I'm doing that's making you treat me this way. Oh, baby, that's over right there. I know you be used to me finding me in the bathroom for hours on hours crying because I don't want the children to see me going through what I'm going through, and I don't want nobody on the outside to know how broken I am, how disrespected I feel. I want you to understand that those days right there, those days are over. What is the message for the day? Oh, baby, I'm coming out. Yeah. I'm coming out of this, baby. I'm coming out of this. Hello, coach. I'm coming out of this. That's what I'm doing. I'm coming out of this. I need for you to understand we're in the season of squaring up, baby. I'm coming up out of this. I'm not walking away first. I'm not blinking at all. I'm squaring up with them 10 toes to the ground, eyeball to eyeball. And it's just going to be out there for folk to understand. It's either you love me the way that I deserve to be loved or you can exit. It's either you respect me or you can exit. It's either you can honor me or you can exit. I'm no longer making people more important in my life than I am. Hello, somebody. I'm done playing with folk. Hello. Yeah, I'm coming out of this. Hello, somebody. That's right. I ain't got no more love to waste on nobody. I ain't got no more time, energy, or effort to waste on nobody. I'm not doing that no more. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand that those uncomfortable situations, that's what teaches you. It teaches you. You find those lessons in that. Anytime you go through certain things in life and it brings a certain level of pain, you got to pay attention to what that lesson is. You got to see what it is that I was doing. What was it that I was doing? How was I contributing to that? What is it about me that's attracting those type of toxic people? What type of energies am I really giving off that's bringing these folks to me? That's what you have to do in those moments. You got to understand that that pain is going to change you, but that's going to be for the good or the bad. But you have that decision to make on which way you're going to go. If you focus on that negativity, then that's what you're going to get. If you focus on the positive, then that's what you're going to get. But you got to understand that there's always going to be a lesson inside of that situation. And not only that, you got to also understand that when you're in those tight spots, in those type situations, it also helps you build up your endurance. What you doing? I'm building up my endurance. I just love the way that sound. When you over there and you got all hell breaking loose in your life, right? There's something, friend, it's okay to cry on my lives. Y'all know that's what we over here for, baby. There ain't no judgment over here. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You cry, because that's not a sign of a weakness over here, baby. That's a sign of strength. That's a sign of release. That's what we do over here. Get that up off of you. And when you get up off this live, ain't no more crying. When you walk away from this right here, ain't no more crying. Ain't no more feeling bad. Ain't no more none of that, baby. You leave that right here today. Understand that when you in the middle of those tough times in your life and people are looking at you and trying to figure out why you still smiling, why you still working, why you still showing up for yourself, why you still doing this, that, and the third, you just need to let them know that, baby, I'm building my endurance. I'm building up my endurance. Don't even worry about it. But I heard this was going wrong for you, but I'm just learning how to endure. I heard your family, I'm just learning how to endure. You got to understand that that's what it's giving you in that moment. It's helping you toughen up your skin, because you got to understand that every level gonna be some new devils, baby. And that's a fact. Every level gonna bring some new devils. Come on now. Yeah. If you know what I'm talking about, send me some love. Every level gonna bring some new devils, baby. What helped you right here? The prayers that you prayed down here ain't gonna help you on level 2, baby. I want you to understand that little bit of fasting, that little bit of praying that you've been doing for that past year while you was trying to get yourself up off the ground, and now that you done got all these different things going, oh baby, you gonna have to increase it. You gonna have to increase it. You gonna have to step up to the plate a little bit more. Thank you guys so much for the gifts, y'all. Yeah, you gonna have to step that up a little bit, baby. I'm gonna tell you that right now, because the things that you went through right now, that ain't got nothing on what is to come. The more that you grow, the more that you heal, the more that you develop, you got to understand that you got to prepare yourself for the haters that's gonna be coming. And these folks, like I said before, that it ain't gonna be nothing that you done did to them. It ain't gonna be nothing that you done done to them, nothing that you done said to them. You ain't disrespected them in no type of way, shape, or form. But when you step up to the plate, it's going to be automatic jealousy. It's going to be automatic envious. They're going to be automatically intimidated by you, and it ain't got nothing to do with what you did. They just intimidated by your greatness. They intimidated by the fact that they're looking at you and they see you doing what they wish they could have done. They're going to be looking at you and they're going to be seeing you smile, and they wish that they could smile. They're going to see you loving and liking yourself, and the truth of the matter is they're going to get angry with you because they don't love and like them own selves. So yeah, they sitting over there like, wait a minute, you going through all of that, but you going through all of this, and you got all this falling apart, but you still, and when you in those type of situations, you got to understand that you still owe it to yourself to, baby, you gonna have to ask me about me. Every single time you gonna have to ask me about me, because one thing for sure, two things for certain, I ain't gonna look like what I'm going through. I don't care how much hell breaking loose in my house, I'm not gonna look like what I'm going through. Every single day I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna show up for myself. Every single day when you catch me, you gonna catch me with a smile on my face. Matter of fact, when folk say good morning to me and I say good morning, they ask me how I'm doing, I tell them perfect. Every single day. Somebody told me this morning, they said, well, you say perfect. I said, that's right, I'm perfect. Understand, that's right, because it's some folk that didn't wake up this morning. Some people did not have the activities of their limbs, and they was not clothed in their right mind. I got all three. Understand that. So that right there, to me, baby, that's perfect. And whatever ain't right in my life right now, just know that I'm working on it. Understand that I'm working on it. Every single day that I wake up, I'm working on me. Understand that I'm constantly, it's a daily process. It's something that you got to work towards and work on every single day of your life. All right. Another thing that we're going to go with, hold on a second, because I got more notes, man. You got to understand, Ooh, I don't even know if y'all ready for this note. All right, yeah, double tap on my screen. Double tap on my screen. Send me some love. I don't know if y'all ready for this next note, because I know how y'all is when I start talking about them people that y'all connected to. Y'all hit the share on the live, invite your friends into the live, invite your family members, all of that. Double tap on the screen, send some love. Y'all send me some love, because I don't know how some of y'all gonna feel about this here next note. Some of y'all gonna be looking at me kind of crazy, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. Yeah, because friend, you know, people don't like this right here. They be wanting to hold on to that A1 since day one, honey. They be so concerned about that little friend that they've been playing with in the sandbox, the one that they done went to elementary school with, middle school, high school, did they first year or college with. They be so concerned about that individual. I want you to understand that this note right here, I ain't sure how y'all gonna feel about it, but I'm gonna put it out here anyway. You don't know the people that you're connected to. You don't know those folk until you get into a tight spot. Yeah. Well, you don't know the folk that you're really connected to and how they deal with you. Oh, thank you so much for that gift, man. I know that you don't know those folks until you get into a tight spot. Hello, somebody, until you get into a tight spot. Coach, why do you say that? See, when you on the up and up, Dre, I knew you was gonna catch it. Yeah. When you on the up and up and you give into everybody, oh, it's easy for them to love you. It's easy for them to support you. It's easy for them to pour into you. It's easy for them to come around when you over there and you're on the giving part. When you have enough to give, when you got enough to spare and you bending over backwards and you're making all these different sacrifices, it's easy for those folk to love you. It's easy for them to support you. It's easy for them to be around. But if you want to know who's really with you, if you really want to know who really supports you, you want to know who really on your team, oh yeah, come on, man. All you got to do is find yourself in a tight spot. Hello, somebody. And you'll start seeing those same folk that you was willing to go from zero to prison about, those same folk that you was ready to run up on whoever about and you wanted to stand behind, they'll get real fickle, baby. Oh, they'll get real fickle. They'll get real fickle, baby. They'll get real fickle. Oh, baby, yeah, I'm going to try to come and support you. I'm going to try to do this. And all of a sudden they'll start saying what they're going to try to do. And anytime somebody let you know what they're going to try to do, just go ahead and mark their name on off, sis. Mark their name on off, bro. That's a nice way of them saying, no, they're not going to do it. But they don't want to hurt your feelings. They don't want to put it out there that way. But as soon as they let you know that I'm going to try to get it done, or I'm going to try to show up, or I'm going to try to support, or I'm going to try to invest, they're just their way of saying that, yeah, I want to rock with you as long as it's free. I want to support you as long as it's free. I want to pour into you as long as it's free. As long as it's free, I'll be a part. But if you start adding some tax to it, if you start saying that there's a fee to it, then here come the excuses. And then sometimes when I say a fee, I'm talking about when you're putting those people in a position where they actually have to show up, when they got to get dressed, when they got to come out the door. That's what I'm talking about. It's not necessarily a monetary thing, but when I'm saying that they got to give you a little bit of effort. Folk don't want that, baby. They want, no, now you want me to give you effort? I wanted to be convenient. I wanted to be convenient. Now you're asking for effort. Hold on. That's not what I signed up for. Now you want effort. Now you want me to show up for you. Now, wait a minute. Hold on. As long as I could sit right here and do it this way, then I was going to be cool. Yeah. See, you got to understand that if you in these relationships with these folks that's not matching your effort, then it's time to let some of that go. Because if you're in a relationship or you're dealing with friendships or family ships or church ships or so on and so forth, you got to understand where you're the only person that's making the effort, when you're the only person that's going outside of your way, when you're the only person that's bending over backwards and making sacrifices, that is the reason right there alone as to why you feel the way that you feel. That's the reason why you feel tired. That's the reason why you feel drained. That's the reason why you feel used and abused. That's the reason why you feel taken advantage of, because you are very much aware of the fact that you're giving to a person that's not really going to give back, that you're pouring into the person that you know is not going to pour back, that you're making sacrifice for a person that you already know that you're not going to get it back. And what's going to happen is this right here. Once you get finished giving and giving and giving and giving and doing and doing and doing, and you laid over there with absolutely nothing, when you turn to either one of them, that's when they're going to let you know, oh yeah, well no, this ain't for me. I ain't see, you doing too much. You doing too much. Like, you doing too much. It don't even require all of that. And you know what I'm saying? What I need to do? Well, let me see, because I'm gonna try. And you know what I'm saying? But you move fast for them. They drag their feet for you. You ready to pour into them, but they never available to pour back into you. You willing to make sacrifices for them, but they've never, not once, made a sacrifice for you. And the question that you got to ask yourself is, why in the world am I settling for this type of behavior? Why in the world am I settling for this type of relationship, this type of friendship? Why in the world am I settling for this? And the reason why I say that is because whatever it is that you allow in your life is what's going to continue in your life. You may have not known it in the very beginning. You might have not picked picked up on it in the very beginning. But the moment that you started to see those red flags, the moment that you start to see those signs, the moment that you start to see the disrespect and the inconsistencies in their behavior, it was your job in that moment to make a decision as to whether or not you were going to continue to deal with them in that type of capacity. And what happens is you keep thinking that it's going to get better. You keep bringing it up. You keep doing this and doing that, and you see no change. And I tell you all the time is, once you let a person know how you feel about something and you put it out there that is hurting you, that is making you uncomfortable, that it makes you feel disrespected, in that moment you're giving them then the opportunity to do what? To make the corrections. When you come to them and you're able to communicate effectively how it is that you feel without being disrespectful, without trying to attack them, without trying to belittle or slander them, and you're just simply expressing yourself to them, and they are aware now of what it is that you feel, and after you say that, you're giving them the opportunity right then and there to fix it. If they do not fix it that moment, I ain't saying, because I'm going to make this make sense to some of y'all, because see, some of y'all be playing too much. I'm going to tell y'all that right now. Some of y'all be playing too much, so I'm going to have to make this make some real sense to y'all real quick. I need for you to understand something, that I'm not saying give them chance after chance after chance. Oh, no, that's not what I'm talking about at all, baby, because I believe in being one and done. We not finna play that game, because you don't get, it doesn't work like you establish a boundary, and then when they cross that boundary, you draw another line, and then you draw another line because they continuously cross. Oh, no, that's not what we're talking about, baby. I need for you to understand that in the situation, you go to them that first time and you make them aware of what it is that's going on, and you also establish that boundary, that consequence, and let it be known that if this comes back around, then my consequence is I'm out the door. My consequence is that I'm done. My consequence is that I'm walking away. My consequence is I'm not responding to that message. My consequence is I'm not answering that phone. Understand that you're going to talk to me like I'm somebody. You're going to respect me like I'm somebody. You're going to treat me like I'm somebody, because if you don't, I have no problem at all with getting on through. I have no problem at all with cutting ties. I have no problem at all with walking away from you. I have no problem at all with detaching myself from you in any type of way, shape, or form. But what happens is we make a boundary, and when they cross that boundary, you give them another chance. So here go the next one, and then here go the next one, and before you know it, you have a whole entire pattern. So now they get used to treating you poorly. Now they get used to talking to you crazy. Now they get used to walking you like a dog. Now they get used to doing you the way that they do you. Why? Because you don't have any consequences that's following those boundaries. So what happens is they continue to act a fool off in your life. No. That ain't what we doing. You talk to them that one time. You lay down the law right then and there. You let them know exactly, this is what time it is right here. This is what I'm going to tolerate, and this is what I'm not. This is my consequence that come to that. And once you say what needs to be said and you put it out there, then you step away and you allow them that opportunity to correct it. And if they do not correct it, then you go ahead and you have to stand firm on what it is that you said that you were going to do. If you said that you were going to leave, you need to be packing up them bags. If you said that you were going to be done, then you need to be all the way done. And when I say all the way done, I mean that means you cut it loose all the way. That means don't try to heal from it and hold on to it at the same time. Hello, somebody, because I know already it's about to be some mad, angry women on my live when I get ready to say what I'm about to say. So y'all go ahead and double tap on my screen. Y'all go ahead and send me some love real quick. Fellas, y'all hold on for a second, because I'm about to have y'all, okay? You know what I mean? Y'all go ahead. Matter of fact, y'all fellas that's on my live, go ahead and send me some love real quick, because this gonna be the one time for a fact that I know that we all gonna agree. So get your gifts ready real quick. I need for you to understand, ladies. So with that being said, I want you to understand that this thinking that y'all have, that a woman leaves a relationship mentally before she leaves a relationship physically, yeah. Go ahead and get mad, baby. Go ahead and get mad. Go ahead and get mad, because I'm about to go there. Go ahead and get mad, because I'm about to go there. Oh, yeah. Because, see, y'all done ran amok with that. Y'all think that that's cool. Y'all think that that's cute. Y'all think that that's how it's supposed to go. Oh, yeah, a woman leave the relationship mentally way before she leave the relationship physically. You know what I'm saying? She be trying this and trying that. Sis, let me tell you something real quick. If you know for a fact that mentally you're no longer invested in that relationship, if you know that mentally you're no longer happy in that relationship, if you already know mentally you have already disconnected yourself from that relationship, we need for you to do us a favor. Take your body where your mind at real quick. Hello, somebody. Take your body wherever your mind is. Take it on over there real quick, because holding on to an individual until you go find your happily ever after, oh, baby, you're playing a dangerous game. Holding on to this individual when you already know that you no longer want them. Holding on to that individual and walking them like a dog just because you're trying to go over here and figure out what this is and what that is and thinking that it's cute. And then when he responds to the disrespect, you try to make it seem like, well, I've been unhappy for years. Well, why you ain't been left? Very dangerous game. Very dangerous game. Then want to try to get mad. Then want to try to get mad and then want to cry, want folk to be on your side. Want folk to come over there and try to support you. Want to try to come over there and try to make it seem like, oh, it's everybody's fault but yours. Oh, baby, I'm the wrong life coach to get in that type of situation. Because, baby, when I tell you I'm about to read you for filth, I want you to understand, baby, I'm all about accountability. I'm all about ownership. Understand that. I want you to understand that when you're in that situation and you know that you're no longer happy with that gentleman, when you know that you're no longer happy in that relationship, then it's time for you to go. It's time for you to make your holding on to this person while you trying to find that person, and then when you go find that person, you walk out of the relationship, and now here you is all up and down social media posting your new boo like everybody's supposed to be cool with it, posting your new this and your new that like everybody's supposed to be cool with it, and then trying to use the excuse, well, women move on mentally way before they move on physically. Girl, if you don't get somewhere and sit your little cheating behind down, hello. Nah, we ain't going for that. We ain't going for none of that. If you ain't happy, leave, sis. You know what I'm saying? If you're not happy, go ahead and leave. You need to dismantle that little thinking. I know it was cute while it lasted, but that's a wrap on that. That's right. When you know something ain't for you, then you need to go. When you know it ain't giving what it's supposed to have gave, it needs to go. When it ain't doing what it's supposed to have done, then you need to go. And that's just that. Holding on to one person while you go and try to find you somebody else. And some of y'all are the worst at it. You will know for a fact that you're no longer mentally or emotionally or spiritually connected to that individual in no type of way, shape, or form, but you will hold on to that person because they pay all the bills. You will hold on to that person and continue to reap the benefits of that individual. You will hold on to that individual and continue to walk them like a dog until you get your account stacked up how you want it, until you go out there and find the lease, get the apartment and whatnot that you want, go out there and find your happily ever after, and then you will mosey on up out of their life like they're not supposed to feel, like they're not supposed to react, like they're not supposed to think no certain type of way. Oh, baby, the devil is a lie. If you wasn't happy with me, and you shouldn't have been happy with my benefits neither. Run me my money back. Give me my wig. Give my wig. I want my wig back. I want my wig. Give my wig back. If it's left up to me, I want the glue from around the edges too. Give me all of my stuff. Give me. Run that back, baby. Refund it real quick. Run me all of me. You know, and the thing about run me all of me, friend. I right? You got to give me my stuff, baby. And then you be trying to figure out why people friends say lashes included. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta, at one point or another, you know, as women, we gotta learn how to take responsibility for the things that we do. We gotta take responsibility and stop making excuses for the things that we also put people through. You know, we're not always a victim in the story. We're not always the victim. We're not always the person that's, you know what I'm saying, over here that's being done wrong. And we've gone outside of our way many a times, man, and made excuses for why women are the way that they are and why they do what they do. And I'm just one to believe that you got to hold everybody to that same standards. You got to hold everybody to the same standards. You got to make sure that in any type of situation that you're in, that you're being your true, authentic self. And a lot of people, whether they're a man or a woman, you got to understand that a lot of people have that same type of mentality of just say that. If you only want to be friends, just say that. If you only want to just kick it, then just say that. If you only want to, you know what I'm saying, link up and do this, and this, then just say that so that I will know exactly how to move in my life. And not only that, now in that situation, you're giving me, you know what I'm saying, the right to make a decision as to whether or not I want to play that game. Right? Now you're giving, yeah. And when you move that way, the respect level is through the roof. Stop taking away people's, their right of choice. Stop taking away their ability to give you a yes or a no. You know what I'm saying? But what happens is you hold on to these people. And I'm about to get into something. The thing about it is you hold on to these people knowing already that you don't want them. You will hold on to these people already knowing that there's no love there. You will hold on to these people because you see that they have a good heart. You see that they are a giver. You see that they are a provider. You see that they are a protector. You will see all these good qualities in this individual, man or woman, and you will hold on to those individuals for your own selfish gain. You got your ink pens? Because I'm going to go back to this note right here. Anytime you settle, you will suffer. Anytime you settle, you're going to suffer. It's going to cost you a little or it's going to cost you a lot. But you better get ready because it's going to cost you. If you settle in a relationship that you know that you're not happy in, it's going to cost you. If you settle in a family where you know that they are not beneficial to you and you know that they are stuck with their broken thinking and they're okay with it, then that's going to cost you. If you stay in that job when you already know that there's no growth there, when you know that they don't promote, when you know that they are slow with giving raises, when you know that your ends are barely meeting at it and you still continue to stay in that situation, in that same exact job, then guess what? You are going to suffer. Anytime you settle for anything in life, suffering is going to happen. If you settle, you're going to suffer. It's equivalent, if you ask me. If you settle, you're going to suffer. You're going to suffer. You ain't playing with nobody but yourself. You ain't hurting nobody but yourself. If you sit over there in it, then that's what you're asking for every single time. If you settle for anything in life, you might as well get prepared for the suffering that's going to come with that. That's even in a relationship. That's the same thing that I was saying when I started out this live, when I said, okay, you got to understand that you can come up out of this. Oh, friend, that's a real pill to swallow right there. You got to understand it because, see, folk don't like that type of talk. They don't like that type of talk. They don't want you to put it out there like that. They want you to dress it up. They want you to sugarcoat it. They want you to water it down and make it nice and pretty for them. But I'm just not that type of speaker. I'm not that type of person. I got to let you know that at the end of the day, anything that it is that you're going through in life, number one, you have the power to pick and choose what it is that you give energy to, what it is that you give life to. Any type of pain or suffering or trial or tribulation or wilderness that you may experience in your life, you have a decision even in that situation as to, am I going to focus on the pain? Am I going to focus on the betrayal? Am I going to focus on the letdown? Am I going to focus on the people that walked away? Am I going to focus on the negativity? Am I going to focus on the naysayers, the Debbie Doubters, the negative Nancy's? Or am I going to look at this situation that I'm in its entirety and pick up the lessons that's all up and through it? Number one, what you can't trust everybody. Number two, everybody won't go to the finish line with you. Number three, you're going to always have some folk that's willing to speak negatively about you no matter what. If you're doing good, bad, or indifferent, they're going to always have something to say. What are you doing in that season, coach? I am building up my endurance. I am preparing myself for my next phase of life. I am setting up my goals. I'm establishing boundaries. I'm establishing consequences. I am following through with everything that I said that I'm going to do in my life. Why? Because I cannot afford to fold on me. Might fold on you, but I won't fold on me. That was just me running through our notes that I done gave so far. Yeah, I might fold on you, but I ain't gonna fold on me, baby. I'm building up my endurance. That's right. I'm not looking at this pain like it come here to destroy me because I know that it doesn't have that type of power. I'm looking at this pain because I know that it's a distraction. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna step back and step away, and I'm gonna decide within myself how much energy that I'm about to give to it. Because what we've already understand that I can't afford to give minor things major energy. I'm not about to let you ruin my day. I'm not about to let you ruin ruin my mood. I'm not about to let you ruin my mental health. Understand that when you start costing me any of those things, you're already costing me way too much. Hello, somebody. And one thing about street is this right here. My detachment is top tier. I can get out your way and out your life in a skinny minute. Understand that very much on a budget, baby. Understand that uncomfortable situations, they're going to teach you lessons, and it's going to build your character. It's going to build your endurance. And you got to know that in any type of situation, no matter what it is, it's going to be some folk that's not going to support, and that's okay. Yeah, that's gonna be okay. And that's gonna be okay. And another note that I got right here, you gotta develop that mentality. When I tell y'all the topic of this live right here is you coming out of this is what, and this note right here is gonna be the one for me right here. This note right here, it says this right here: I don't want to survive in life. I want to thrive. Come on, double tap on my screen. Send me some love. I'm dismantling the thinking of I want to survive. I don't want to survive. I want to thrive. I want to thrive. I don't want my ends to meet. I want them to wrap around each other. Hello? That's a red ink pen note for somebody. You got to dismantle that lack thinking. You got to get away from this is all that I'm going to have, that this is all that's going to come my way. And you know that this is just how it's been for everybody in my family that lived over here in this same area. My cousin June stay there. Junebug stay over there. His daddy on this corner. You got to dismantle that thinking. You are not put here just to survive. You are here to thrive in life. I'm no longer settling for the bare minimum. I'm no longer settling for that pay that just gonna pay the bills. I'm no longer settling for that little car that just gonna be able to get me to and from, but I dare not take it out of the city. I dare not do this and that. I need for you to understand that anything that you do in life in this here season, from January to June, your mentality should be what? I'm going big. I'm going big. So yeah, I'm going big. Yeah, somebody ain't gonna understand it, but I'm going big. That's right. Some folk ain't gonna be on board, but I'm going big. I'm going big. I don't care what nobody else say. Don't try to come over here and put no fear or no insecurities inside my plan. I'm going big. I understand that I might not have this, and this, but I'm still going big. I understand that it might not happen for folk like me, or that's what y'all thought, or that's what y'all was told, or that was y'all taught back then that day. But I want you to understand that, baby, I'm going big. Understand that when I came into this year, I said it to every single person that was on my live. I started the live back in November, and I told y'all in 2023, when we step over into this new year, I said that we're taking all shots, baby. That's right. From the stands, from the free throw line. I said from the jump shots. That's right. And I also said we were doing layups. And don't make me get no free shots, baby. What you call the free shot streak? That's when somebody didn't cross me. When somebody that came out there and they didn't violated you. When they didn't stepped over the line with you. When they didn't disrespected your boundary. And now I get a free throw line, baby. Understand now you done made it easy for me, because I'm going to do what? Box your own out. That's what I'm about to do. Cut your right on loose. What you about to do? Two-finger swinging aboard that mission, jumping right on out there, send my canoe, send my floaties and whatnot, because that's right. When this ship ain't shipping, I'm aboard this here mission. You done made it easy for me just now. Now I'm walking away. Now I'm cutting ties with you. Now I'm going to find my happily ever after. That's what I'm about to do. Make me shoot a free throw on you. Yeah, I ain't playing, friend. Make me do it. Make me do it. That's the type of mentality I got right now. Make me do it. Make me show you what I'm really capable of. Make me show you how cold my heart can really be towards you. Let me show you how I can treat you like I never met you. Let me show you how I can walk slam past you. Let me show you how I can act like you never existed. Hello, somebody, because when you're a spiritual person, oh, sweetheart, you don't go outside your way to try to tear folk down. You don't go outside your way to try to exchange negative energy. You don't go outside your way to lower your standards or your vibrations to get on their level. When you're a spiritual person, we just nothing you. Put that in the comments. Oh, nothing you. We just nothing you. We just nothing you. What that mean? You're nothing to me. I don't speak on you. I don't interact with you. I don't come around you. I don't share space with you. Like, we just nothing you. We just nothing you. It's nothing big, sweetheart. Yeah, don't ask me about nobody you don't see me with. We just nothing you. And we keep it right on moving, sweetheart. We just nothing you. And that's it. And that's the type of energy that you got to give folk right now, because you can't afford to be wasting nothing. I ain't got no energy to give you, baby. I ain't got no love to waste on you. I ain't got no trust to waste on you. I ain't got no affection to waste on you. I ain't got no finances to waste on you. And that's the type of mentality that you have to have, because at the end of the day, these type of folk that we deal with on a regular basis right now, oh yeah, they'll walk you like a dog if you let them. And I'm not. And you also have to understand that you got to get to this place as well. And I'm going to get up out of here. Is you got to stop you got to stop allowing people to dishonor you and thinking that they can fix it by apology. Oh yeah, well, I apologize, so we should move on. I apologize, so we should let it go. I apologize, so we should move forward from it. You got no. That's not how it worked. Like I told you before, you apologizing to a person will not remove the pain that they already felt. It's not going to remove the disrespect that they already felt. You apologizing to a person is just you simply acknowledging the fact that you crossed the line that you shouldn't have crossed. But that does not take away anything that they already feel. When folks dishonor you, when folks are disloyal to you, when folks treat you poorly, you should always have consequences that follow your boundaries. That's right. When you cross me, baby, you lost me. When you treat me a certain type of way, then I understand that I'm up out of there. That's it. That's all. What she says, I've been doing nothing to a lot of people, and baby, they hot. I'm trying to tell you because see, you know what? When you start moving that way, friend, when you start moving that way, like I told y'all in this live, when you start focusing on yourself, that don't make people mad. That make people so mad. It makes them furious. When you start making yourself a priority in your life, you will start to see people that you love more than anything actually turn their back on you. You will start losing friends. You will start losing family members. You will start losing people that you thought was going to understand what you were going through and be extremely proud of you. When you start really growing in life and understanding what it is that you're doing and really trying to heal, for some reason or another, it offends people so bad. And one of the things that I had to learn was that they're not offended by me. It's not something that I'm doing. It's not something that I'm saying. It's not me. You know what I'm saying? It's not me. It's they're upset because they know that access that they used to have is going to come to an end. They know for a fact that access, that's going to end very soon. And they see that way before you do it. They see that way before it actually comes into fruition. They see they see the distance coming. They see your conversations changing. They see that you're no longer texting back fast. They see that you're no longer coming around. And the truth of the matter is, when you start to grow and you start to heal in life, the thing about it is, what happens is you start to lose interest and lose taste for a lot of those conversations and things that you know are not going anywhere. I don't want to talk about somebody else's business because that's not about to help me. I don't want to talk about somebody else's hardship because I got my own hardship over here. I don't want to talk about what somebody then said and what somebody else then done because I'm over here focusing on what it is that I got going on in my own life. And the more that they talk about these type of things and they move this type of way and you lose taste for it, it's like, then once you sitting back and you like, how was we ever really friends? How did we ever really deal with each other for that amount of time? How in the world were we ever really on the same page? And that was because at one point in time in your life, you was broken like them. You were in shambles like them. And you were living a life full of distractions and whatnot, just like them. And when you start to grow and evolve, right, they have a decision to make. They can either grow, they can heal, and they can evolve as well. Or you have to leave them where they at. Everybody don't want to heal. Everybody don't want to grow. Everybody don't want to, they don't want to evolve. Some people have gotten complacent in that broken lifestyle. Some people have gotten complacent with that bare minimum and they think that it's okay. Oh, this is okay. I ain't gonna worry about it. I ain't gonna sweat it. It is what it is. And they move on throughout their day. But inside, they become envious of you. They become jealous of you because you had that drive, that passion to do what they wish that they could do, but didn't have that strength to do so. But every single day that you wake up, you got to tell yourself, oh, I'm coming out of this. Whatever that hardship is, I'm coming out of this. Whatever that struggle is, I'm coming out of this. Whatever that heartbreak, those letdowns, that abandonment issues, that depression, that stress, that anxiety, you have to let it be known. I'm coming out of this. This will not take me out. This will not destroy me. This will not hold me hostage. This will not have me over here down bad and in shambles. I'm coming out of this. That's every single day that you wake up, speaking it over your life. Every single day that you wake up, you got to speak that over your life. I'm coming out of this. every day. Do me a favor, double tap on your screen. I know I noticed a change in my TikTok the other day, so I don't know what they doing, how they moving it, but yeah, you know, I guess it comes with it. You know, that's what I seen. But I don't know. That's just how they've been moving. But double tap on my screen real quick. I probably need to take a break from TikTok for a little bit and actually go just solely to Instagram. It slowed down like it slowed down the viewers. It slowed down like the viewers on it and all of that, including my my videos and whatnot that's on my actual page. It just like it slowed everything down, everything. I don't know, it just happened, and I noticed it last Friday though. Said move mountains by changing the way. Exactly, you most definitely can. You most definitely can. You most definitely can. It's nothing more powerful than to change mine. Yeah, I'm on Facebook, but I don't do lives on Facebook. I don't do lives on Facebook. The only thing I do on Facebook is the reels. I don't even play with Mark at all. I don't play with Mark. I don't deal with Mark. I started out on Facebook and I build my foundation, my support system from Facebook, and they all now on TikTok with me or on Instagram with me. Me and Mark, we don't even rock like that. we don't even get down like that. I ain't gonna even sit up here and flex. I don't even play with Mark, you know what I'm saying? No, you don't have to schedule my lives. I turned on the subscription thing last night, but I'm not sure what it done when I turned it on. So I see you guys are all on here, so I'm assuming that it's allowing you to watch the lives for free, and then anybody that want to subscribe, you can do so if you want to, but I'm not sure. It says when I cut off people, wait a minute, let me go back. It says when I cut off people, they act like the victim. Yeah, because that's what a narcissistic individual does. You know what I'm saying? That's what a narcissistic individual does. Double tap on my screen, y'all. Y'all know the goal is to get 500K. A narcissistic person is never oh yeah, that's what they're doing to me too. Listen, you got to understand, a narcissistic individual is never going to take ownership for what it is that they've done. They're going to always find a way to become a victim. They're going to always find a way to become, you know what I'm saying, the person that is hurt the most. And those type of people, they'll go outside of their way, and what they'll do is they'll try to destroy you. They'll go outside of their way to hurt you. They'll go outside their way to manipulate you, to take advantage of you and everything that got something to do with you. And then when you respond to the disrespect that you feel by them, oh baby, that's when they'll turn right. When you respond to the disrespect, that's when they'll turn right back around and they'll be like, why did you do me like that? Oh yeah, you know what I mean? So don't be afraid of that. Don't be afraid of that, and don't be moved by that. The fact that they're making themselves a victim, you know what I'm saying? You just got to move on with your life. You have to leave those type of folk right over there by themselves. And that's what I was telling you before when I said make a decision as to whether or not you're going to give energy to it or not. Because a narcissistic individual that is in you, a narcissistic individual will go outside. They will go outside of their way to take you for everything that you have. And then after they done that, they will go over there and become a victim. And if you're not mentally strong, they will have you over there feeling bad for the way that they hurt you. They will have you over there moping and crying and pacing the floor, trying to fix the relationship, trying to fix a bond with them that you didn't even break. They will have you running after them as if you were the bad guy. They will have you chasing them down, trying to fix a relationship, trying to figure out what's going on in a relationship after they damaged you, after they walked you like a dog, after they've lied to you. They will have you over there not being able to trust them, and then get mad at the fact that you can't trust them. How you gonna lie to me, then ask me to trust you? Make that make sense? Hello, somebody. A narcissist. So, baby, don't you get moved by the fact that they hurt you and then want to be a victim. Don't you get moved by that, because I want you to understand that's how they move. That's what it is that they do. Yeah. So don't get distracted by that. That's a distraction. Don't get distracted by that. That's how they operate. And what's going to happen is, thank you so much for subscribing, Billion. I appreciate you. What they'll do is they'll have you running after them, begging them, chasing them down, trying to be back in a relationship with them. But guess what, sweetheart. That's all part of their plan. That's the reason why I said in this video, the start of the video was what? I'm coming out of this, coming from up under that broken thinking, letting go of that lack thinking, letting go of those broken folk and those broken relationships. You got to get to a place in your life where you demand more, not just out of other people, but demand more out of yourself as well. Them type of folk right there, baby, I ain't never understood. I be sitting down, y'all should see the way I be reading them books. Reading the books, scratching my head, reading my books, pacing the flow back and forth, and I'm trying to figure out, like, what in the world type of devilment? Yeah, cause that would that be like what in a, you know what I'm saying? But listen here, they will, you better know it, a whole entire performance. Some of them are skilled too. Some of them know how to cry. They know how to cry and lie at the same time. Be lying up, baby. Be lying up. Be lying like you ain't never, and then they'll make the story make all kind of sense. They'll be crying and lying all at the same time. And in that moment, you really be crazy. In that moment, you really be trying to figure out what's going on. And that moment, you be over there trying to figure out, like, wait a minute, what could I've said or what could I've done that made you cry like how you cry? And if you felt that way about it and you were so afraid to lose me and you were so afraid of the relationship ending, then you would have thought that you would have been moving a little bit different. You would have thought that you would have been acting a little bit different. You would have thought that you would have been making this relationship a priority if it was something that you did not want to lose. And that's the reason why I said to you in this video that, baby, I ain't even finna let that, I ain't moved by no tears, baby. I'm not moved by no tears. I don't care about none of that. If I don't feel the love that you say that you have for me, you can go. Hello, somebody. I'm not holding on to you and trying to heal at the same time. That's right. In order for me to heal the way that I need to heal, I got to cut you all the way loose. In order for me to grow and to evolve the way that I deserve to, I got to walk away from that past experience. I got to walk away from the broken heart. I got to walk away from the letdowns. I got to walk away from the betrayals. In order for me to be able to develop the way that I deserve to be, then guess what? I got to kiss that Hagar right there. I got to kiss those things goodbye. And I call it a Hagar because those of you that read the Bible, y'all know what I'm talking about. That man had to kiss Hagar goodbye, honey. Had a whole baby by her and all. And you know what I'm saying? And she was a good little side chick while it lasted. But the moment that she started interfering with home and start messing up home and disrespected home, oh boy had to kick what? He had to kiss Hagar goodbye, baby. And some of y'all got to do that in your own life. You got to get to a place in your life where you start to see where things affecting your peace. Kiss that Hagar goodbye. When it start affecting your mental health, kiss that Hagar goodbye. When it start messing up your good day and your good move, and you see that it's going outside of their way to try to destroy your peace, baby, you better kiss that Hagar goodbye. Oh, baby, sometimes you got to let it go. And that's just, oh yeah, with the two fingers, baby. Yeah, I'm gonna holler at you swinging. I'm gonna holler at you. It was fun while it lasted, honey. I gotta go. But if you stay in that situation, like I said in this video, people can only do what you allow. So if you continue to stay inside of those relationships that you know that are toxic, that you know that are narcissistic, that you know that they're not living up to that full, preventing you from living up to your fullest potential, and they're not honoring you, then you can't blame them. You have to blame yourself. You have to take responsibility, because at the same time, you're responsible for that, right? You're responsible for yourself. You're responsible for your happiness. You're responsible for your joy. You're responsible for your peace. Most importantly, guess what? You're responsible for your healing as well. That's a personal thing. Can't nobody fix you. Can't nobody save you. These are things that you have to do on your own. These are things that you have to work towards on your own. She said, Coach, this is one of your best lives. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. But these are things that you got to work towards on your own. You got to wake up and choose you. You got to wake up and show up for you. You got to wake up and replenish your own cup. You got to wake up and make sure that you're your own priority. You got to utilize your journals. I tell you guys to journal every day. You got to utilize your journal. You got to utilize your planner. You got to make sure that you're penciling in time for you to take care of you, to practice good self-care for you. All of these things that we talked about this morning, all of these things, if you will utilize these things will keep you in position and continue to motivate and inspire you on your journal. But you got to speak life every day over yourself. You got to tell yourself every day, oh, I'm coming out of this. Even when you don't see the way out. I used to tell them on Facebook when I was on live. Some of y'all who been on Facebook with me, I know y'all gonna get it. You know, I used to tell them all the time, baby, stop looking at the door. Stop focusing on that door. Stop focusing on the door. Stop, yeah. I'm about to tell you why. Stop focusing on the door, thinking that the door is the only way that you can get out. Stop waiting on the door to swing open for you. Stop thinking that that's what's going to happen, because in some situations, my love, some situations you're gonna have to find another way out. Sometimes you might have to shimmy up that chimney, and sometimes you might have to find an open window, and sometimes you might have to find a crack somewhere in the wall or the baseboard. At the end of the day, there's always more than one way to get on through. Understand that sometimes we be so focused on that one thing. Oh, if this happens, then I'll be straight. If that happens, then I'll be straight. If I do this, then it'll be that. You got to understand that at the end of the day, when you got to move, you got to be ready to move. When it's time for you to get on through, you got to be willing to get on through. And sometimes, that's right, friends, sometimes you have to utilize that window. You got to throw out what you can take with you, and you got to leave the rest where it's at. You keep the rest, baby. Throw the back on your back, baby. You ain't got nothing but a couple of outfits that's going to last you for the next couple of weeks, but your peace means more. A lot of times we use these excuses, right? The excuses that we make to stay in relationships, to stay in family ships, and to stay in jobs. Y'all ain't gonna like that. So y'all go ahead and double tap on my screen first. Send me some love. Send me some love. The thing about it is, a lot of times the excuses that you make to stay in these, she said, you so on point. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. But I want you to understand that the excuses that you make to stay in that broken relationship, when you say, oh yeah, it's the finances, when you say, oh yeah, it's the kids, when you say, oh yeah, it's this, that, and the third, those excuses that you're making to stay in those broken environments that you're in right now, one of the things that I want you to understand, that in that moment, I want y'all to double tap on my screen real quick, because some of y'all ain't gonna like it. The thing about it is, in that moment, you're taking a chance. You're making a decision right then and saying that I want to self-destruct. You're self-sabotaging yourself, and you can't blame anybody else for that, because you already seen the red flags. You already know that it's not good for you. You already know that it's giving you the bare minimum. And at the end of the day, the more that you make excuses for what it is that you're doing and what it is that you're going through, you are self-sabotaging in that moment. So yes, I want you to know it. You are. You can't blame nobody but yourself. You can't hold nobody accountable for what it is that you feel but yourself, because you knew that before you got over there. If you knew for a fact that you was looking for somebody that was going to love only you, when you knew for a fact that you was looking for somebody that was going to respect you, that was going to honor you, that was going to pour into you, that was going to make you a priority in their life, somebody that was already at peace, then guess what? You should have went over there and got somebody that was already healed, that was already on your level, somebody that was already like-minded, somebody that was already on that path, that self-love journey, that knew what it was to love themselves, to pour into themselves, and was already operating at 100% while you were operating at 100%, then that's what you should have went over there and got. But instead, you settled. Instead, you went over there and got somebody that straight up out of somebody else's bed. You got them out of that lady bed right there, and you brought them over there to you. And now you thinking that your head is up in the air, and you thinking that you done struck gold. But the truth of the matter is, when that individual start treating you with the same disrespect that they treated the other person, now all of a sudden you want to cry victim. Now all of a sudden you want folk to feel bad for you. Now all of a sudden you want folk to come running for your aid. But the truth of the matter is, you very much knew exactly what it was that you were getting into way before you got over there. Anytime you settle in life, you will suffer. If you knew for a fact that you do not like the generational curses and the behavior of your family, your granny, your great granny, and everything else, and you know that that behavior is broken and it is stuck, and you don't want those storms to wet up your children, then in that moment, guess what? The same way I said you had a divine right of choice in that situation, you got a choice in this situation as well. You can decide whether or not you want to pass down those same generational curses, deal with those same dark clouds, deal with those same strongholds in your life. You got a decision to make right then and there in that moment as well. Am I going to continue to sit up under this teaching? Am I going to allow my children to sit up under this? Am I going to allow these people to still come around me? I want you to understand that you have to make a decision to say whether or not, oh babe, I want you to understand, the family that I was born into will not destroy the family that I'm creating for myself. Hello, somebody. The family that I was born into will not destroy the family that I'm creating for myself. I'm not about to let that happen. And that's, you got to know. Anything that I say, it go for everything. It ain't just on a relationship. When I be talking, I talk about everything all the way around the board. Every ship that it is. That's what I'm saying. I want you to understand that it applies to everything, including in jobs. When you go to that job and you already know for a fact that they don't pay enough to be able to thrive in your life, when you know that it's only paying enough just to pay the bills, when you know for a fact that them ends is barely meeting, and if you know that if you miss one day out of work, then you really gonna suffer, you really gonna struggle, and y'all gonna be over there eating them oodles and noodles because you don't make enough to really go and buy the stuff that you really need to buy. I need for you to understand that you're making a decision right then to live to below your means. In that moment, you're making a decision right then and there to say that I'm going to settle for this particular job because society have already said, oh yeah, a piece of a job is better than no job. At least you have some type of income coming in. Oh baby, the devil is a lie. I'm going to go, yeah, I'm going to have to keep shopping, honey, because why in the world I'm going to continue to struggle? I'm going to be outside either way it go. Either way it go, I'm going to be sitting outside the front door because the rent man ain't going to want half of his rent. The rent lady ain't gonna want half of her rent. So why in the world would I put myself through all of that and still be sitting outside the door? I can't show up to the hotel to be talking about I'm living in a hotel and still ain't got enough money to pay for the room. Hello, somebody. Let's just be real about this thing. And a lot of times what we do is we lie to ourselves. We settle for settle for less than what we deserve. Then we get mad at everybody else for the suffering that come along with it. If you settle, you will suffer. That's just that. That's what you're gonna do. Every single time walking in that job and have to argue with them folk every day, them threatening to fire you every day, and they already don't pay you enough. Oh baby, don't play with me. I'm sick of it. Okay, like we just not in that type. We're not in that type of life. Come up in that job every single day, everybody face all balled up and looking crazy. They angry for nothing, and now here you are, got to go up in there and deal with that type of energy, baby. It is not for me. I want you to understand. So if you in these situations and you know for a fact that you're settling for less than what you deserve, it's time for you to get up. It's time for you to come up out of this. It's time for you to understand that you deserve more out of life, and understand that the things that you're going through, when I say that you can come up out of this, I really and truly mean that with every fiber of my being. There's nothing more powerful than a changed mind. You can change your whole entire life by simply changing the way that you think. But if you continue to think that you don't deserve more, that you don't deserve better, if you continue to walk around with that type of mentality that everybody else can have it but you can't, everybody else can do it but you can't, then guess what? Then you're gonna always get the bare minimum. You're gonna always get the scraps. You're gonna always find yourself begging or needing somebody to do this and that. I don't know about y'all, but I'm not in a season of begging a soul. I don't care what it's for. Nothing. I ain't begging you for nothing. That's just that. Thank you, Krista. I ain't gonna do it. I'm gonna tell you right now. I ain't about to beg you for nothing. That ain't happening over here. All right. So with that being said, I just want you to understand, one, that you can come up out of this. You definitely, most definitely can. I hope you guys took some really good notes. I hope you guys took some really good notes. Before I get up out of here, though, you know what I'm saying, I see y'all already struck that goal of 500K, because y'all know I won't leave until we done made the 500K, because that's what the goal is. All right. So with that being said, I need y'all to do me a favor real quick. If I brought you confirmation this morning, say ouch and send a gift real quick. If I gave you motivation this morning or inspiration this morning and got you up out of your bed, if I blessed you up real good, go ahead and send me a gift or two real quick. Go ahead and double tap on your screen. If you do not have any gifts, do me a favor. Go ahead and send some hearts up there, because some hearts will run the likes up, so we can go ahead and do it that way. Either way, y'all already know that I'm appreciative for whatever. I love you guys so much, and every single day that you wake up and you put 10 toes to the ground, I want you to sweat yourself. Tell yourself how beautiful you are and how much you love you, because there's no love like self-love, and you first have got to love yourself way before you're able to love anybody else. Antoinette and Miss Lady, thank y'all so much. Purely, thank you so much. Let's be honest, thank you so much. Shamika, I appreciate you. Shaquan, back with the flowers, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yeah, y'all double tap on my screen. Double tap on my screen. TikTok trying to hold me out, but look at my people coming through. Double tap on that screen. Bless me up real good. Bless me up real good. Yeah, bless me up real good. We gonna do our thing either way. You can't stop the plan. You can't stay. You listen here. That you can't stop the plan, man. Double tap on that screen real quick. Double tap on that screen. Shay 40, thank you so much for that heart. Thank you, Purely, back one more time. Yeah, they trying to slow the vibe. Why y'all don't want everybody to see my live? Why y'all trying to stunt my little growth over here? You feel me? Miss Lady, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yeah, y'all see my people coming through. You doggone right. Come through. Bless Coach up, man. Bless Coach up real quick. Thank you, Texas Lakers. I appreciate you. The Goddess, thank you so much. I appreciate that fire. They go Dessa. Thank you, Dessa, man. Appreciate you, man. Okay, was it Miss Nay all day? That's what I'm talking about. There we go. Always love. Boom. I ain't getting on here doing no battle. to get no love. I ain't getting on here doing all of that. Come through, y'all. Pretty lady, come through, y'all. Come through, y'all. That's all. This is what you do when you pour into people and they pour back into you. When you show up for the team, man, they gonna show up for you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can't stop this right here. Prayer warrior, appreciate you. You can't stop this right here. Thank you, Kimber. I appreciate you, man. Let's go. Listen, I ain't doing none of them battles. I ain't doing none of that. You know what I'm saying? My people are here for a reason. I done had a solid foundation on this platform for over 2 years. And guess what? I'm going to continue to do exactly what I'm doing. Just got another subscriber, man. Y'all can't slow me down. Like, that's just how it's going to go. Y'all can't slow me down. Y'all know normally we'll be at like 1.2, 1.4K on the viewers on the live. We ain't even go past 850. It's all good because look how my people still coming through. Look at how my people still blessing up. And this is the reason why I do what I do right now. You can't stop it. You know what I'm saying? You just can't, you can't stop it. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Miss Apple. I appreciate you. Shanice, I appreciate you. Look at Let's Be Honest, like, man, let me send my coach some more. I appreciate you, man. Sammy, I appreciate that, man. Yo, because you know what I'm saying? They do stuff like, oh, wait a minute. Y'all, oh yeah, y'all showing 600K, let's go. 600K, let's go. Okay, look at me with my little fitted. You know what I'm saying? 600K, let's go. Thank you, the goddess. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Y'all, this is what we got to do. This is what we got to do right here. When they put us in situations where they try to make it seem as though, you know what I'm saying, they can slow down the process so they can stop the growth and the development, we got to come out just like how y'all came out today. Appreciate y'all, man. Some of y'all stayed the whole entire live. We was always at 800, in between 777 and 800. So I appreciate all of y'all that stayed throughout the live. Every single person that double tapped on that screen and made sure we could reach that goal. For every single person that sent out a gift, that sent out that love, man. I appreciate you guys so much, man. I'm telling y'all I do. You know what I mean? Because see, a lot of people, they'll get discouraged. You feel me? They'll get discouraged and be like, oh yeah, well that's how it works. That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? Look at this guy talking about I'm still your first subscriber though. Listen, one thing I said yesterday, and I was on somebody's live, and I wasn't being boastful and I wasn't bragging. Okay, well maybe I was bragging a little bit, but I wasn't bragging on myself. I was bragging on y'all. It was basically one of these situations. I was doing an interview. I did a live collaboration, and one of the things that I said that I'm proud of, and it was crazy that I actually got on here and I noticed that it was somewhat shadow banned. The thing is, I said on that person's live, I said, you know what? I never had to beg people for support. I never had to beg people to follow or beg people to do certain things. I just get on and I be my true authentic self. And people know when you're real and when you're not. People know when you are authentic. They know when you're there to help. They know when you're pouring into them. They know when you're inspiring them. And they know this. And they know that by the way that it feels. A lot of times I go live and I do lives and y'all know it be for free. You know what I'm saying? And that's on Facebook, that's on Instagram and whatever. And I just allow my people to bless me with whatever. And it's never a problem. You feel me? It's never a problem because I don't mind. I don't care. My people stay in my Patreon. You understand me? They stay supporting me. My people follow me to every platform that I'm on. And I was bragging about that yesterday. I was like, my core base, my core people, oh, these people love me. And that's what pushes me to continue to do the right thing. That's what pushes me. Like some people run away from the title of a role model. I don't run away from that. I run to it. I love the fact that my people trust me enough to tell me their darkest secrets, that come to me to get life coaching, that follow my Patreon just to invest and coach, to make sure like, nah, she ain't got time to go to y'all job. She got stuff to do over here. She got a message to deliver over here. She got traveling to do out here. You know what I mean? And I appreciate that. And I was saying it and somebody was like, you know, they were just saying, well, dang, that's how it is. And I'm like, yeah, that's how it is. My people pour into me, and I'm going to get up, whether I didn't got my mouth had surgery on it, I'm going to still do my live video. If I got a headache, I'm still doing my live video. If I'm tired and been told several times, don't you get up here and do this, guess what? I still show up. I done did live videos laying in the bed. Might not be as hype, but baby, y'all got the message. I'm going to show up. I'm going to have notes because my mission in life is to be effective. I want people to have the same type of passion, the same type of drive that I have. I want to go ahead, Divine, man. I want people to grow. I want them to heal. I want them to be happy, you know what I'm saying, in life, and understand that nothing is off limits to them. If you want it, baby, you can have it. Stop walking around thinking that you just supposed to survive. And I learned that from Josh back like 2 years ago, a year ago, when he first came onto my team. He said, Coach, listen, I don't want you to have that mentality where you're supposed to survive. I don't want you to think think that you're supposed to just do these videos. Thank you so much for that, Lion. I don't want you to just do these videos and be able to cover your bills. I want you to understand that you deserve to thrive in life. Understand, this is somebody that received coaching from me, set me down, you know what I mean, and gave me that advice. And I wrote it in my sticky notes. I put it on my notes, and I look at it every single day, and I'm like, you're not meant to struggle. You're not meant to just survive. You are meant to thrive in life. You are meant to live good. Understand that. And I want everybody to have that same type of passion, that same type of drive over their life. That's what I wake up for. What makes me happy? Making y'all happy. Making sure y'all good, making sure y'all got notes, making sure y'all motivated, making sure y'all trying to heal, trying to develop. That's what makes me happy. I do what I love. Right now, I do what I love. This is what I love. And can't nobody take that away from me, not even them. not even them. I'm going to still show up and do what I got to do right here. Every single time. And this is crazy because I'm on this live right now and somebody just cashed out me crazy. Y'all, wait, hold up. Because I ain't finna do that today on here. Because I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. Because this is it. You know what I'm saying? This is it for me. This right here, motivational speaking, life coaching, showing up for people, making sure you guys have what y'all need to rebuild yourself and create a better version of yourself. This is my life. This is what I do and I love it. I ain't ashamed to say that. I used to be like, man, they gonna take it the wrong way. No, I love it. I love what I do. I love, like, with a passion. This is my passion. This is my purpose. I've never been this happy. I'm about to be 45. I've never been this happy in my whole entire life. Never. I'm the happiest that I've been in my whole entire life. I've never had this type of peace before. I never had this type of understanding before. Never. And Antoinette, you know, you've been following me since 2017. You know? So I know for a fact that if God can do it for me, I know for a fact that he can do it for you too. But you got to show up for it. You got to show up for it and you got to work towards it every single day. Every day. I'm not telling nobody on here to do something that I did not do. And I'm not ashamed when people tell me stuff like I said, I got that from Josh. I'm not ashamed to tell people that either. Like, I learn from other people as well. People pour back into me. Sometimes just Drea, she'll message me a powerful message. Sometimes some of my supporters, they'll come and tell me, I don't like when you say this about yourself. Don't say that no more. You know what I'm saying? No, they hold me accountable as well. And I love that about it. You know what I'm saying? It's about like growth. It's no big eyes, little U's around. None of that. We all growing every day. But I'm gonna get up off of here, man. Y'all done struck it. Y'all done almost got us to 700K. And I'm shadow banned. And y'all got, I don't know how y'all man. y'all done got us almost at 700K. And these people got me shadow banned. How in the world did you? But okay, we can't be laughing, y'all. We can't be laughing because they gonna get mad at us. They gonna be mad at us. How y'all did that? They gonna be mad at us because I'm shadow banned. And y'all, like, one of my videos on my page, if y'all go look at it right now, baby, I want you to know the video at like 1,000, 2,000, something like that. But I was. I'm gonna talk about this all day long. Y'all almost at 700K. Y'all almost at 700K, and these folks got me shadow banned. I don't know how long it's gonna last, but guess what? We gonna thug it out right here together, no matter what. We gonna keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow, man. Listen, say can't touch this. MC Hammer dance. Can't touch this. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look. Hey, look, Josh, I gotta stop playing with them though. I gotta stop playing with them. I don't want them to treat me like Mark do. Mark be on me, bo. You know what I'm saying? Y'all showed out today. Y'all showed out, and y'all showed out real bad today, man. That's what they get though. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it is, y'all. I'm gonna be live tomorrow on Instagram. My name is the same exact thing. Street Poet _1125. Street Poet 1125. Y'all gotta make sure y'all follow me on Instagram. I will be live on Instagram on tomorrow at 11 a.m. from 11 to 12. If I can slide in both phones at the same time, y'all know I will. But sometimes this phone right here be acting up, so I just go ahead and use this one. So I will be live So yes, I know y'all, you see how y'all carrying on. You see how y'all carrying on. So I will be live on Instagram. Yes, that's Eastern Standard Time, love. That's right. So it's going to be 11 a.m. to 12 a.m. So y'all make sure y'all come over to Instagram. But if I can get both of them to work, then I'll most definitely do both at one time. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And most importantly, like I said in this video, thank you guys so much for the continuous love and support that you guys give me on a regular basis on every single platform. And yes, I did go on those people's live collaboration and shout y'all out. I sure did. I definitely said that. And when I got finished, my baby said, boy, you gonna talk about them folks everywhere you go. Everywhere you go, you want to brag about your people. I can't help it. I can't help it. You know what I'm saying? This is what we do. So y'all, if y'all haven't subscribed to my Patreon, make sure y'all do so. That link is in my bio as well. Y'all know mental health support group goes down in the Patreon every single Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Patreon is a private group, which means what is discussed and what is placed inside the Patreon is strictly in the Patreon. So if you guys have not got subscribed to that just yet, make sure you make your way over there as well, because Thursday nights I need you to bring your questions, your comments, your concerns, your testimonies, your feedback. Bring it to the group. We do give you positive feedback, constructive criticism. We hold each other accountable. You know what I mean? All that. Look at Vine talking about Patreon is like, man, listen, our videos have been lit every single Thursday. We get in there and we talk about whatever. We talk about whatever, and it's judgment free. So if you guys haven't subscribed to the Patreon, the link is in my bio where it says Linktree Street. Open that up and slide down to where it says Patreon and go ahead and get subscribed expeditiously. That's 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every single Thursday. Yes, Ashley, you didn't miss us, boo. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. It's all good. You know you'll catch the next one. You'll catch the next one. So I'll be live on Instagram on tomorrow. I love you guys. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day.